If I was a rich girl, na 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 na. If I had all the money in the world, if I was a wealthy girl. Hey guys, that is a little Gwen Stefani for you. It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a Bitcoin altcoin update video. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. So the first thing I'm gonna go over, as always, just to start off a little soft here, is Pi. There have been a couple people I have run into that I thought I was like a big man. I was like, oh, I'm on like 7 pi an hour. I'm doing really well. There are people mining like 300 pi an hour, which is, again, the way you can do that is if you share that referral code. You take your referral code, your Pi invitation code, and give it out to people, have them mine. You can do that. This is something that I continue to believe will be traded on Coinbase probably next year. It's something that the end of this year, mining is going to stop. What we have is what we have at that point. If you do not have if you're not mining Pi and you want to mine Pi just because you think that this is going to be a good cryptocurrency, like I do, my invitation link is down below. Use that. You get a free Pi coin for using that link, and then you start mining. Because you can't go in there, you can't just download the app. You have to. You need someone's referral code as well. So that's that. Outside of that, other cryptos like we've had, My Neighbor Alice. It's a digital currency for a game called My Neighbor Alice. The actual game currency is called Alice, and it started off at $10 a coin. Oh, I'm sorry, 10 cents a coin, and it went to $22 a coin, which is insane. But the big news that I want to go over about Bitcoin, one is that I finally have a half a Bitcoin. Finally, it took like 4.5 weeks, but I got it. My original goal is the end of this year to have a full Bitcoin. My next goal is going to be much more than that. I'll let you guys know after the big purchase is done, but it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a little bit more than a coin. So a new article from Helen Partz says Bitcoin is now too important to ignore, says Deutsche Bank. Now, this says Bitcoin's market capitalization of over $1 trillion and potential for continued growth have made the cryptocurrency too important to ignore, according to Deutsche Bank analysts. Deutsche Bank Research, the financial research subsidiary of the global banking giant Deutsche Bank, issued a report devoted exclusively to Bitcoin, titled "The Future of Payments: Series 2, Part 3, Bitcoins: It's such a long title. Can the Tinkerbell effect become a self-fulfilling prophecy? End quote. Basically, in the 18-page study, Deutsche Bank Research describes the basic characteristics of Bitcoin and analyzes the key drivers of its historical price growth to a $1 trillion asset. Again, $1 trillion right now. And I've been reading these articles from Citibank, from Fidelity, from Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan and Chase. All of these companies and all these CEOs like Elon Musk's Tesla and SpaceX, and CEO of Twitter and Square, Jack Dorsey. Yeah, the companies are buying them, and the banks are recommending buying them. I would, dare I say, propose or hypothesize that the leader of these banks and companies, people that work for them, also have Bitcoin personally. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say that personally, outside of what they're doing with their companies, they too own Bitcoin. Jack Dorsey, Elon Musk, anyone that is higher up in the analysts that are doing the research for Citibank, you think that they're not going to be purchasing that before those articles come out? You think that Nancy Pelosi, that a little weird on how she got those, her husband got those call options for Tesla as like $5.40 a share, when she kind of knew, oh, Biden's going to get in office, he's going to put in that electric vehicle credit, Tesla's going to go through the roof. You think she's not buying Bitcoin while the U.S. drags its feet getting an ETF? Because again, what we're going to go over a couple of ETFs that just got approved, not in America, not in Canada, another different version of America. All these people are definitely buying. Now, Deutsche Bank analysts suggested that the Bitcoin price could continue to rise further as long as asset managers and companies continue to enter the market. The firm emphasized that central banks and governments now understand that Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are here to stay. So if Bitcoin goes up, 5x by the end of this year, you can be damn sure that other companies like Cardano and Polkadot and Litecoin, and anything that's on Coinbase, Ethereum especially, is going to go up like 10 to 12x. Again, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but if Bitcoin rises 5x, the other ones are definitely going to rise that high. Despite its rising valuation, Bitcoin's growth as an asset class could be hampered by its still limited tradability and liquidity, Deutsche Bank research warned. The real debate is whether rising valuations alone can be reason enough for Bitcoin to evolve into an asset class, or whether its illiquidity is an obstacle, the analyst stated. I don't think it is really. I know it depends on which finance thing that you look in. Cash App only lets you withdraw, I think, $5,000 worth of Bitcoin every day. So if you have $1 million worth of Bitcoin, it's going to take you forever. You're only allowed to do $35,000 a week in withdrawals? That's not a lot at all. But most people don't have that. Most people have, Coinbase or Kraken or Binance, whatever. Bitcoin is expected to remain ultra volatile in the short term. Deutsche Bank analysts concluded, forecasting a turning point for Bitcoin in the next 2 or 3 years as consensus about its future may emerge. Again, that is one article. Next article we have from CoinDesk says, first advisor, Scaramucci-led Skybridge team up to file for Bitcoin ETF. This article was 2 days ago. The two companies are just the latest file for an ETF, following in the footsteps of Wisdom Tree, Valkyrie, New York Dig, and Van Eck. Sounds like Van Wyck. I say no one's ever beaten the Van Wyck. Everyone comment down below if you get that reference. First Trust Advisors and Skybridge Capital, the hedge fund run by former White House communications director and recent Bitcoin convert Anthony Scaramucci, have become the latest firms to seek to offer a Bitcoin exchange traded fund, or ETF. Again, 3 ETFs in Canada, 2 in another place that I'm going to go over in a little bit. Scaramucci used to work for the government. I imagine has a lot of knowledge on who is buying Bitcoin. Not just big companies, and a lot of politicians that are putting their fortune in there as well. In an S-1 filing, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC, the companies applied to be able to offer the First Trust Skybridge Bitcoin ETF trust. First Advisor would be the advisor to the ETF, while Skybridge would serve as the sub-advisor. Shares would trade on the New York Stock Exchange, ARCA, the filing said. The two companies are just the latest to file an ETF. This bull run's regulatory rush has seen Wisdom Tree file for Bitcoin ETF in March, New York Dig file in February, Valkyrie in January, and Van Eck in December of last year. Again, this is going to not continue the same, but it's going to multiply and adopt an S-curve. And that's what, if you have 900 Bitcoin being mined each day and you have 2,100 being bought, and the price is still staying the same, this is bananas. This is absolutely ridiculous, the fact that these miners are only mining so much, and once the mining rate halves, God, it's going to be worse. There's not going to be enough Bitcoin to go around. Grayscale appears to be gearing up for an ETF product of its own. The crypto asset manager might apply for a new one or convert its existing Bitcoin trust into an ETF. Digital asset investment firm is owned by CoinDesk parent company Digital Currency Group. The flood of applications comes as the SEC is widely expected to approve the first Bitcoin ETF this year. They have up until 28 October 2021 to make their decision. Most likely they'll say yes, but there is a chance that they approve it earlier. There's a chance that they don't take that long. I think they will take that long, just because you're going to have all these people saying, no, delay it as long as you can. We want to buy in now. Take all our money and buy in as much as we can. You got Kim Kardashian, you got Kanye West, ripped to their marriage, but so many other people and celebrities. There are so many people that didn't buy Tesla until other people bought Tesla. I was like, why? If you know it's a good buy, just buy. That's what I did. By the way, ARK Invest told everyone that, their base case for Tesla by 2025 is 3,000 a share. Just saying. And ARK Invest, that same lady, Cathie Wood, that was laughed at by Wall Street for giving Tesla a $1,400 price target pre-split, so it's like $275 by this year, was laughed at. Obviously, it's more than double that. The fact that she was laughed at for that, but now she was right on Tesla, and she says everyone should have Bitcoin in their portfolio. Not only that, not just a little bit, like Chamath Palihapitiya. Chamath Palihapitiya says everyone should have 1% of their net worth into Bitcoin. And he says that because if you put 1% in there and it doesn't do anything and everything stays fine, then you're good. You only lost 1%. But if you put 1% of your net worth into Bitcoin and the world implodes and you lose everything else, Bitcoin will make it okay. He says it'll probably make up for that 100% plus an additional 20%, and you'll be fine. Does that mean it's going to 100x? 100x is a lot, but as per Chamath Palihapitiya, that would mean a 5 million a coin price point. So we'll see. But he says 1%. Kathy Wood says we should not do the 60-40 split, or 60% 60% stocks, 40% bonds. It should be 60-20-20. 60% stocks, 20% bonds, and 20% Bitcoin. I'm going to tell you guys right now, I'm going to put more than 25% of my net worth into Bitcoin, probably closer to 40 to 50%. Just letting you guys know. Oh, just keeping things transparent. That's what I'm doing. I'll let you know as soon as it happens. Last article of the day. Brazilian stock exchange approves 2 new crypto ETFs, in Latin America. Article reads, the Brazilian Securities and Exchange Commission, or CVM, approved 2 cryptocurrency ETFs this week. One is 100% Bitcoin, and the other is composed of 5 different cryptocurrencies in addition to Bitcoin, so 6 in total. The QR Asset Management, manager of the Bitcoin-only ETF, the product could accelerate the launch of a similar product in the United States, since the CVM, as well as the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, are part of the International Organization of Securities Commissions, or IOSCO. India, Oscar, Sierra, Charlie, Oscar. Both ETFs will be traded on the Brazil Stock Exchange, or B3. According to Brazil Journal, 2 of the country's main banks, Itaú and BTG Pactual, have already stated to offer Hashdex's ETFs to their customers. QR ETF will trade on the B3 with the ticker QBTC11, that's Quebec, Bravo, Tango, Charlie, 11, while the one from Hashdex will have #11, that's Hotel, Alpha, Sierra, Hotel, 11 as its ticker. ETF #11 trading is expected to start this month. Well, that's so soon. While QBTC11 ETFs expect to begin in Q2 of 2021. Earliest would be next month, really in a couple weeks. In the case of the QR ETF, the index used to calculate the price of Bitcoin will be Chicago Commodities Exchange, CCE. Fernando Carvalho, CEO of QR Capital, holding company of QR Asset, sees this movement as an important milestone for the innovation of the Brazilian capital market in internal communication with Cointelegraph, he said. Quote, our ETF to be traded with a QBTC11 ticker is a milestone. Okay, we just read that. Hashtag's ETF will replicate the NASDAQ Crypto Index, or the NCI, the November Charlie India, an index developed by NASDAQ and Hashdex. In September 2020, the Brazilian Hashdex got an approval from the Bermuda regulator, and together with NASDAQ approved the world's first Bitcoin ETF. Beyond Brazil, the only other country to approve its own Bitcoin ETF is Canada. How many more countries will approve Bitcoin ETFs before the US? Everyone drop in your comments. Drop in the comments how many you think. Like I said, it exists 6 cryptocurrencies: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Stellar, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, and Chainlink. Stellar is really interesting. That's an interesting one because that one, I think, has like, what, 20 billion coins? And it's only like 40 cents a coin or something like that, where Pi, I think, is going to be, it's like 4x as much as that, as far as like volume, as how much is out there, the supply. But I don't think it'll be 1/4. I don't think it'll be 10 cents a coin. I think it'll be probably around the same price, which would mean it'd be 4x of what Stellar is. So like I said, Pi is something I'm very, very bullish in. Keep you guys posted. Custody of Hashdex's assets is made by companies such as BitGo, Coinbase, Fidelity, and Gemini, which are all mediated and regulated in the USA. Sorry for the long video, but this is something that I, like I said, 100% believe in. Everyone please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. I love you all. Goodbye. Meow, 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 meow.